Day 452 of the worldwide Megacrisis hunger strike. I'm making this video extremely quickly because the days are going by and I'm just being hammered by these legal cases now, and as you guys know, the Megacrisis is speeding up. The software, everything is coming to a head. I hope you're doing well enough in this situation. Oh, thank you for those who are following, trying to help me get out of this shadow ban. But really it's going to come to one-to-one personal contact to spread this message about universal logic and solving these 6 existential threats we face. Personally, I'm on day 10, no food on this hunger strike. I had tonsillitis, like I said. It seems to be getting better, but it's drained a lot of my vitamins. Well, some vitamins. Luckily, not as much as I thought. I was having a hard time swallowing. But I don't have a lot, right? I'm not fully recovered from the 65 days I went before, so I also can't seem to file any documents. Like this judge is about to make a judgment against me this morning. I'm going to file a last-minute application stating my circumstances, that all the state options to allow me to file these legal documents against the government, because I sued them, right, for having a broken system. I can't use any of them. One is because I physically can't travel while I'm like this, right? My arms are burning. I'm supposed to go to the courthouse and file a note because the University of Alberta Hospital that was taking care of me on some of these hunger strikes made a bunch of mistakes, and I sued a couple of them. Some of them I didn't. I love people. I'm only suing because it's forcing a conversation to make the system better, okay? That's how you should treat lawsuits. If they give a chance to mediate and there's an honest way to do it, you should look for agreement. That's what the holy texts say. That's what the Bible says. That's what our conscience says. Look for the good in people. Separate the behavior. So a lawsuit to me is, it's not the best means to have this conversation. Indigenous resolution systems are a little bit better in some ways because they look for a conciliation. Anyway, I have to go file these documents because they're filing a letter called a CPN Note 7, which is a vexatious filing. And I have to address that very quickly. That means I have to physically travel to the hospital, which is dangerous. When I go to the reason why I'm a little bit nervous compared to other hunger strikes is it's only day 10. Compared to 65 days, it feels like an only, but it's painful. It feels like I'm on week 3 or 4 of the hunger strike. One is because of the tonsillitis, but there's also something else happening. When I walk to go and get my water, like my water is like literally right 2 steps that way, and my bathroom is 3 steps that way. Everything, I moved my bed into my kitchen so I could be within that radius to burn as little energy as possible, because I'm trying to save your life and I'm trying to save mine. Okay, and peaceful protest is the only way left when the state apparatus doesn't work. It doesn't work, you guys. It's blocking people. And if you try and take on these lawyers, if you're middle income, it'll drain everything you possibly have. People commit suicide over this. Not me. I'm fighting to the bitter end for you, okay? And the end is going to be the beginning, but you have to get going. Anyway, I have to go file these documents. When I get up to get water and stuff like that, my leg muscles are twitching. My calf muscles, when I go to the washroom and I come back, that's what, 6 steps, and I lay down again, my muscles are spasming, which means my electrolytes are not normal. Whereas before, when my body was more recovered and stronger, and I had those deep tissue stores, they wouldn't do that. Not so bad, like once in a while, but this is every time. So that means my deep tissue stores are not recovered. Something is going wrong. So what I'm going to do is I can't afford these lawsuits. So I have to get the state to sponsor them under low-income fee waivers and stuff like that. And but I can't travel, so I can't send by mail. I don't have a printer here. As you can see, my circumstances are pretty desperate, right? But here's the thing to remember. It's darkest before dawn. Don't give up. There's this underlying nature of reality that everybody's missing. And it's called dialectic and sublation, okay? That's what's giving me the strength and, dare I even say, the clarity and the wisdom to endure an extreme amount of pain and what would under normal circumstances generate hopelessness. But it's not hopeless. You gotta hold on. There's always a little crack. As long as your heart is pure and you're looking for the good in people and things around you and the godliness around you and the truth around you, it will shine through. So that's what's going to happen to me, is I'm showing all the limits of the system, that if it truly cares and loves everyone, then it needs to provide a way. Oh, and it's not. And all these contradictions are happening to me. If I enact my charter rights on these hunger strikes, I can't physically move. And the court, the Canadian Judicial Council, says that the courts can't use scheduling because they schedule court dates and stuff like that, and filing dates and all this. And they say you can't use scheduling against a self-representing litigant, like a citizen who can't afford a lawyer, to manipulate them or give them a disadvantage. That's the Canadian Judicial Council, my country. That means that they acknowledge there's a huge power differential. But the court also says, oh, well, it's a fair playing field. It's a level playing field. Everybody goes and does the same rules. Absolutely, atrociously not correct at all. It's at least 1,000% stacked against the public. You have to read 250,000 words and all these documents and online filing and all this stuff just to even know what to do. And they trounce you. These lawyers know exactly the process. It's a level playing field between two lawyers, not between the public and a lawyer. Even if you give that person 6 months and some training, it's still so badly designed, so antiquated, that you will get trounced. And they know it by simple things. They almost threw my case out in the Court of Appeals because I didn't put my Microsoft bookmarks properly in my application. So me being severely harmed with evidence, the merits of the case were going to be thrown out because I didn't know how to use a corporation's bookmarks. Absolutely insane. The courthouse needs to take our complaints and put them in a mode that it can manage. That's not our job. And it's going to say, well, we don't have resources for that. Well, improve the court system. Make it more efficient. Much more. It needs a paradigm shift, to be honest. Okay, so that's me complaining a little bit. Not even complaining. We need to complain. We need to fight for our rights is what it really is. Okay, so I don't want to travel, basically. So what I might have to do is there's these really weird options left, which may or may not work because it's such a strange circumstance that almost no low-income litigant files an advanced lawsuit with AI help to do all the work in time against the government while being on recovering from 60, well, not even recovering, going on 60 up to 65-day hunger strikes, and knows their charter rights. It's a very extremely rare combination. Plus still being relatively intact cognitively to be able to handle the load. Because most people who fit this profile who are low income usually have cognitive defects or disabilities or things like that, which makes them ineffective in the courthouse to fight for their rights, which is why the rights don't ever get fixed. But now somebody like me gets in there, and now I'm seeing, wow, the whole thing's a farce. And it's affecting public trust in the billions of dollars. People leave that courthouse. 70% of self-representing litigants leave the courthouse. My heart is hurting. That's not good. I'm talking too much. I'm too passionate. 70% of self-reps leave basically feeling screwed over when they shouldn't have been. Studies show they have good merit to their cases to help fix society. And the courthouse isn't even hearing them because the procedures are so unjust. Okay, so why is my heart hurting? Did you know that up to 1/3 of your heart tissue gets eaten on a 65-day hunger strike? So even if my legs weren't twitching, I could have a heart attack. That's why I don't want to walk anywhere. I don't even want to risk it. So what I might do, I'm going to file this document and these emergency orders that AI told me to file. I'm going to file these before the judgment comes out in a couple of hours. And then I'm going to, citing the government of Alberta's my driver's license is also expired and my passport's expired. So it's a huge whammy. Can't walk, no money, scheduling's hurting me. I have no guarantors. Nobody wants to have me sign these things. Except for maybe a social worker that I have to physically go to, which means I have to order an ambulance because I have no money for a cab or anything, right? Like, I'm trapped. And they might not even give me an ambulance because they forced me to pay $385 for my last 2 ambulances, which I don't understand how that's possible when I was medically in trouble, weak. I could barely walk at all. In fact, I shouldn't have walked. I was risking my life. I should have just let them take me on the stretcher, which they did once, actually. So anyway, they're saying I owe $770, plus like $100,000 in court fees from all these 7 law firms the government sued me on, or the government used to counteract my lawsuit against them. And on top of that, now the driver's licenses don't work in Alberta because they changed the process due to AI. They had to upgrade with healthcare numbers and security features because they're being hacked like crazy, like all of us. So they have a huge delay since July 2nd, which is when my documents need to be filed in this window. And it has been issued. I ordered it on June 9th, and I still don't have my driver's license here. And my interim driver's licenses are expired. So how am I supposed to file documents and swear documents if I don't have any documents to show who I am? I'm trapped. It's like the perfect storm of the poverty trap, like I said before. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually feeling pretty concerned about I need to know what my blood levels are. I might be crashing already. I might not be. I have a much higher pain tolerance than most people. So I might be not registering things properly. So what I'm going to try and do is I might order an ambulance here, risk it. If they'll even give it to me, we'll see. I'm going to call 811, get them to triage me online or on the phone. Even though my phone bills are way over too. Like, I only get 100 minutes a month because I have the lowest plan. So they might cut my phone bill off here too. You can see it's all coming down on me. It's all my options are being cut off. And the fact that I'm in this place right now is because one family member is trying to help me, but even their patience is getting thin. All my resources are coming to an end. And that's the dialectic completing itself. You have to hold on to hope and goodness. So I'm going to call 811, get them to triage me. My hand is still numb from the nerve damage from the 65-day hunger strike. It ate my nerves. So they're going to triage me, probably tell me to go to the hospital in an ambulance, 911. I'll go to the hospital, the emergency, wait there for probably 14 hours. Go in there, check my blood, make sure I'm not going to have a heart attack too soon. And then I'm going to ask for a social worker, and that social worker will hopefully get me some... Well, I'll tell her the story and see what they say. It's like my last option. And they didn't mention anything before, so I'm very reluctant that they have any options at all. My MLA is ignoring me. My member of parliament's ignoring me. My city councillor has never responded to me personally. So all my political representatives are just a farce too. They don't respond. The one time they responded, they said, "We can't help you. Go to this other line that I already know." That doesn't work. The whole system doesn't work. It's just people being employed for jobs and superficial cases that never challenge justice. It's all like charity and resume padding, and it's not for the poor. It's not for the sick. And it makes sense why we're destroying the planet, why we're lonely, why world wars are increasing, climate collapse, and AI is taking all the jobs ruthlessly, making the problem exponentially worse. This is a practical example of the driver's licenses. They're trying to upgrade them, and it's affecting things. So I'm going to hold on, and I'd like you to hold on too and join this movement. Help me. If you think my heart is pure from going for so long on these hunger strikes, just like Buddha did, just like Gandhi did, just like Jesus Christ did, just like Martin Luther King too, they all took risks. They had to risk their lives. Abraham Lincoln, Joan of Arc, even, to mention a woman, and the suffragettes, the ones that got women voting rights, they all went on hunger strikes. Some of them died. We're in a system of selfishness where people don't want to risk their life. What did Jesus Christ say? What did our best spiritual leaders say? They said, take up your cross and follow me. The best love is the one which risks its life for its friends. Okay? That's what makes life living, is when you're with people like that. When was the last time you risked your life for anybody else other than yourself? Fighting daily for our own selfish survivals on this hamster wheel, spiraling out of control and making us bitter and lonely. There's something wrong with the culture. Send the signals. Sending cultural signals out makes a difference. It inspires people to try hard, to hold on to that golden thread of goodness that makes life worth living. Okay, this is another message here. This is going to be quick because I need to file this right now, but AI is making it possible to do hundreds and thousands of hours of research and it's incredible. I'm also going to run out here of AI funding in tomorrow. So that's another thing. I have to finish the software. I have to get all this done. I'm going to try and work on the software in the hospital because they're going to torture me in this chair. I have to sit up for hours in the chair. It's hard on me to go to the emergency ward. They're trying to punish me. There's no family doctors in this area. And even if I had a family doctor, they all left because the medical system started crumbling with COVID. So they all left, and a lot of them left anyway. And even if I had one, they won't sign my goals of care. And when they hear how complicated my story is, they're going to send me to the emergency ward anyway because of the hunger strike. That's what AI says too. So don't even go to a walk-in clinic. You're just going to get put to the ER anyway. So okay. So I'm out here. It's a really incredibly sophisticated access to justice case at my courthouse. The software is incredible. It's starting to work well. I'm surrounded by some really great people. They're just low income. They can't support me hiring other people to do these blessings, but you can do them. Okay? Ask questions if you'd like. fairworldspirit@gmail.com is the email. And just tell 6 people that there's somebody out there who loves them and cares for them and is willing to pay the price for them. And that's me. And hopefully you too. I would love for other people to send this signal of selflessness. Fasting is good for you as long as you do it right. As long as you're already healthy and you consult your doctor first. It's an amazing legal protection too with your charter rights. Hunger strikes. Okay, for now, that's the update. I'm just being blasted. It's a lot to take on mentally when you're hungry, but it's worth it, and you're worth it, and you're sacred. Okay, I'll try and leave these messages every day. I'm trying. They're so long because it's so much to say. But if I leave 5-minute ones, I should be able to do them every day without my phone filling up. Okay. By the way, the wifey update, if she's too hardcore for everybody else, she's just right for me. She's got an inner child, deep soul. And the reason why I say that is because we can do our activism, we can be professionals, we can have our personal needs met all at the same time if we work together and do this right. And start God's government, the true government, the wise government, before we get this de facto new world order, right? I'm not a conspiracy theorist, as you know, but we do need to regulate the AI industry, CRISPR, stop the world wars, climate collapse, and have proper mental health services that address the root of the issue, which is fragmented consciousness. Okay, keep sublating, stay blessed. Hopefully see you tomorrow.